Sagittarius, this is going to be a look at 2023 for you. Let's go ahead and jump straight into the reading. Any information that you need to get a personal with me will be listed below. And make sure that you subscribe so that you never miss a beat. Hit the notification bell so you can get notified when I go live, all of that. Now, let's get into it. What does 2023 have in store for my Sag, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements? Okay, so when it comes to something positive that may come your way, we do have the 10 of Wands. Something negative, we do have the 3 of Cups in reverse. Goal to strive for in 2023, we have the Star card in reverse. The lesson this year, we have the 5 of Swords in reverse. Area of self-growth, we have the Hermit card in reverse. Relationships, let me back this up. We have the Judgment. Career in 2023, we do have the Page of Pentacles. Possible challenge, 9. Why are all the cards in reverse? And this deck is not in reverse. Okay. When it comes to the advice for you, we have the World card, and then overall energy, we have the 8 of Wands. Bottom of the deck is going to represent where you're at now, and we do have the Tower. Okay. So with this showing up, right off the bat with the Tower being at the bottom of the deck, you are going through some sort of breakthrough. This could be because events around you are happening that you feel like you don't really have control over. And this could be because Spirit is stepping in this situation and trying to help you out. And even though in the moment it may not feel that way, because the Tower is usually like that chaotic energy of like things just randomly happening and randomly transpiring, but in the end it's going to make sense. Okay, this is like that Uranus energy if I were to associate it with any planet. So yes, right now there is a need for you guys to maybe rebuild your financial situation, your self-confidence, your love life, or a love relationship after some sort of event or experience kind of shows you where there's a faulty foundation here. Now, moving more into the reading, something positive that you may experience in the month of, or the year of 2023, I have the 10 of Wands. So you can find yourself a lot more busy, especially if you have a business. You could have a lot more clients or a lot more customers. You could find yourself just having a lot of stuff to do creatively if you are creative. Another positive thing, you could be at the end of a cycle of just being overwhelmed in general. Maybe you've been, struggling or going through certain things. And in 2023, that overwhelming feeling is going to be the very thing that pushes you towards ending this cycle of, maybe, feeling overwhelmed in bills or feeling overwhelmed in a relationship. Now, something negative that could come up in 2023, I have the 3 of Cups in reverse. So you could end up losing a lot of friends or cutting off a lot of friends or people who you may have, connected to. This could even be a love interest where you realize that maybe they're exploring their other options. Okay. Another challenge, or negative thing that could come up, you could feel like people don't really support you like how they should. And you could end up cutting off certain people who don't really genuinely support you or who don't seem to be supportive. There could also be very specific goals that you guys want to accomplish this year. And if you guys are being distracted, there could be issues there. And also just having fun. Some of you could be a little bit too serious this year as well and needing to loosen up and have fun. Now, the goal to strive for, I have the Star card in reverse. So this is having more belief in yourself, your goals, your desires, your, ability to make certain things happen for yourself. With the Star card being in reverse, you do need to have more faith in the divine, in yourself, in your abilities. Another goal to strive for is healing. Some of you have some deep trauma that stems from stuff you've seen as a child, maybe your family dynamic, or even past relationships could be still weighing on you and how you go about handling things. Now, the lesson for 2023 for you, Sagittarius, we have the Five of Swords in reverse. So a big lesson that you're going to learn is to use discernment in terms of the people that you deal with. Okay, you could have somebody who's like an extreme manipulator, and you're going to have to see right through them, or there could be lessons connected to this manipulator. Also, there could be lessons connected to self-sabotage. Where are you standing in your own way? Where are you doing things that don't help, but more so hinder? Now, when it comes to self-growth, I do have the Hermit card in reverse here. So a lot of the personal self-growth that you're going to experience this year is going to come from you not being so consumed with your own thoughts, or being like this loner, or isolating yourself. A lot of the lessons or realizations that you're going to have are going to come from you getting out of your comfort zone, or no longer existing in your head about certain ideas that you have, but more so putting them out for display. A lot of growth is going to come from you basically putting yourself out there, where you may have been more of an introvert or to yourself. Now, relationships and love for 2023 for you, I have the Judgment card in reverse. So there could be someone trying to come back from your past who you decide, you know, you're not interested in, that you may not want to deal with. You could turn that down. Okay. For others of you, you could actually accept this person back into your life, but there could be a level of regret in terms of maybe dating them. For my singles, you could be in a space to where you just kind of want to do you. You could be feeling like your previous experiences don't really make sense to you, and maybe you should use better judgment in those situations. So you could be beating yourself up a little bit. You do need to be careful of that. And I do get a few of you who are single who are very skeptical or worrisome. So this could help and hinder in the same token when it comes to dating. Now, in terms of career, I have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. And again, this is another example of opportunity being in arm's reach, but maybe you're not going after it. Maybe you don't believe in the potential of maybe a business that you're trying to start, or, you know, a new career path that you're trying to take on. There may be a need for more faith along the lines of what you're trying to do here. Also, career and financially, there could be money opportunities you could be passing up on out of not being as consistent, or even going into a space of laziness. So you do want to be careful of that. Now, the advice or possible challenge, I have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So this could be overthinking. During this time frame, the challenge could be getting out of your head, more so getting in a space of doing instead of thinking so hard about it. You could also find yourself just a little bit overwhelmed. Getting a proper sleeping schedule could also be a challenge here as well. Just being consumed with too many thoughts could be the biggest challenge, or thinking of the worst case scenario before the best. Now, advice with the World card, this is making sure that with the lessons that you are experiencing in 2023, that you really heed and learn from them, so that you don't have to repeat the same cycle over and over and over and over and over again, especially if it does seem very repetitive in energy in terms of what you're experiencing or what you're going through in the realm of love, in the realm of finances, etc. Okay, this is learning from your mistakes from the past as well. That will benefit you in this present moment. And last card is going to represent just the overall energy for 2023, the closing energy. And with the Eight of Wands, towards the end of this year, I do see you guys having a lot of movement. Things are moving for you. You could decide to physically move as well after maybe experiencing delays and feeling like things weren't changing for the better. You could decide to focus your energy elsewhere by the end of this year, especially if there's any hangups or where you feel like you could have had more success in certain areas in your life. I think that that's going to be the very nudge or push that's going to be like, you know what, let me do this. Let me try this. So let me pull two last cards for you guys. What is the advice for my Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements for 2023 as a whole. So the advice for you, we have the Take Baby Steps card. It says, go slowly like a patient turtle. Don't try to rush or force anything. Baby steps are golden. They will lead you to your fondest goals. So instead of trying to rush outcomes, instead of just in general rushing and doing things last minute, you want to be careful of procrastination. You want to be careful of wanting like instant gratification, because baby steps is what's going to set you up for the real foundation of what you're, trying to have in terms of finances. This reminds me of the Knight of Pentacles. With the Knight of Pentacles, yes, it is the slowing moving card in the deck, or the slowest pentacle card. But it is the most stable too, because it denotes long-term stability. And that's what I'm seeing with this. By you taking baby steps today, you could set yourself up in the long term tomorrow. And we also have practice humility. Approach life humbly. No one is better than the other. Keep your ego in check. Humility is the practice of being simple and valuing simple things. So yeah, this is also being grateful or expressing gratitude for the little things that you have in your life to be grateful for in this present moment. And in you doing so, this is going to allow Spirit to bless you even more. I've been using this analogy all day. It's like you giving somebody a gift and then they, basically tell you, oh, I don't like this. I don't want this, and complaining about it. It will make you never want to gift that person again. Same thing with the universe. If you're always in a constant state of, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, oh, and always having something to complain about, it makes it harder for manifestations to come to life, because we're not in the flow of gratitude. But anywho, this is what I see. I hope this reading was helpful. If it was, definitely thumbs up the video and subscribe so you never miss a beat. And I will see you in the next one, Sagittarius.